How's it going, guys? I hope you're all doing well. Today I'm going to be going over the installation of the Aimpoint T2 Micro Red Dot, and I'm going to be installing it on this Benelli M4 T Pro model with the use of a Scalarworks Sync mount. So first I'll tell you why I chose the Sync mount and a little bit on the Aimpoint T2. This is pretty self-explanatory, but I chose the Sync mount because it allows me to get a co-witness with my iron sights. If for whatever reason this failed, I'll be able to switch to iron sights. So that's really nice. It sits low enough to where I can see both. On the website, it says a lower 1/8, but I'm sure it's probably in the 1/8 or somewhere in the 1/3. So that's nice to be able to have iron sights. But this is all that came with the Scalarworks. So I have the mount itself. Now this is extremely lightweight. This is those who have Scalarworks mounts know how lightweight this is. So this is really nice, but it is very durable too, which matters. Now these are the mounting screws that it comes with, so you can mount the micro to the Scalarworks mount. Then we have the screws that go into the actual slots on the front and back, and then the other two screws are what go underneath, so it clips in right here underneath, and then they give you a tool to torque those down. So that's nice. Now I haven't opened this yet, but go ahead and get this open. So we have the manual, and then this is another manual that goes over the H2 as well. Two manuals. All right, comes with your, let's see, your 2032 battery, your Aimpoint tool. This is a Torx, but it has like 3-4 different things you can use on it, which is cool. And Aimpoint itself. This is your brightness knob, and then your windage and elevation. Now it's a clear back and a solid front, so if you wanted to pop it open, you could still see through it. I'll be mounting the battery in there in a little bit, so I'll show you what that looks like. But I'll go over to why I chose this and why I prefer these. Main reason, battery life. They're supposed to be good for 50,000 hours. So that is tremendous, how, you know, they can just make something to last that long compared to the EOTech, which doesn't have the best battery life. But I do see some people mounting EOTechs on here, and I get it, you know, proven, durable, whatnot. They are a little bit heavier if you're concerned about weight, but if you're running a Benelli M4, probably not concerned about weight. So yeah, they're a lot lighter. They're real small, so have a little bit bigger of an FOV, but main reason was the battery life, and they are super tough as well, so they'll run just fine on the Benelli M4. But first things first, I'm gonna go ahead and pop this pick rail off. Just comes to flatheads. All right, now that we have that off, I'm gonna go ahead and mount the Aimpoint to the Scalarworks mount. Now this does have washers in them, so those 3 got stuck in there, but you can see these do have washers in there, so if you do want to switch back to this for whatever reason or sell it, make sure to not lose the washers in there. I'm going to go ahead and pop this battery in before I mount it. Just take this flat side right here, twist this off. Now you can see that gold contact right there, and there's little springs on the side too, so you want to be careful not to bend those. Now this says plus on the top, but obviously that's the contact there, so you're going to put the other side down. So just make sure that it's all those things are holding on the sides and not smashed in. Go ahead and take this, screw that back on there. So I used to be one to not use a torque wrench, but over torquing stuff can cause damage to your optics, and just another thing to make things fail. So I went ahead and got this Vortex torque wrench. It's great because you can use, you know, individual little 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 instead of, you know, just guessing where you're at. But I do have my own video on this. If you want more information about it, just look on my channel, and I do have my own video on this particular product. But Scalarworks mount is made to be torqued to 15 torque pounds to the optic. So put these in there. So that's how it's going to look. I'm going to tighten this in kind of an X pattern to make sure it's, you know, distributed well. Get that one snug. Actually, I'm going to back that off a bit. And with this torque wrench, it's nice because you know exactly when you can't go anymore. Hold that. and you can see how it made that click. So I'm good at 15, good at 15, good at 15, and good at 15. I'm just going to go through one more time, make sure. So I'm all good there. Got it Loctited, got it torqued to 15 pounds. The next step is getting it. They're designed with a tiny little, I don't know if to call it a bevel or whatever. Now these didn't come with any Loctite. I'm still going to add some blue on there just because I want to make sure that these are good. Put that on there. They don't. All right, that's nice and tight. All right, I like that. So don't have it mounted yet, but there's the red dot. If you look at where the iron sight's at, so right now it's sitting right about where the red dot is. So that is, I mean, that's a solid setup for sure. I'd say with the ghost ring being how tall it is, it covers about a 1/3 co-witness, but where you're going to be shooting is 1/8. So that is accurate. Here it is with no red dot. Still have a good nice field of view. So it's still nice and clear. Doesn't take up a whole lot of space. You can take those caps off too, so if you don't want that, you can take the caps off. But right now I'm gonna put in the last screws here. Now this is for the micro. It is only 7 torque pounds for these. For mounting the mount to the optic, it is 10 torque pounds. For the RMR, it's 15 from the optic to the mount and 10 from the mount to the gun. Now, this only goes to 10, but I was actually able to get it dropped down to 7. So there is leeway in there to get it lower. It looks like I'm going to have to flip this up. Let's get it to the side. So as you can see, it's actually under 10 and at the 7. So that's nice. Even if you can't get to 7, it does say max is 7. You could go to 10 and then go a little bit less than 10. I'm sure if you went to 10, I doubt it would probably hurt anything, but I'm going to try to keep it at 7. Get it pretty snug. Get the front one snug, and then I'm just going to go back and forth on both of them. So that one's there, and that one's there. Now that does feel pretty loose in my opinion. If you want, you could go a little bit more, but yeah, that is it. So as you can see, that back screw, front screw, there she is, and it got pretty close to hitting that, but it didn't, so that's good. But all I have really left to do on this is add a match saver. I'm going to add a foregrip and a light once I figure that part out, but for right now, that's all I have on this gun. If you want to see more videos like this, I'm going to be putting a lot more on my channel of stuff I buy, and you know, whether that be helmets, ear pro, weapons, builds, parts, all that kind of stuff related to guns, and even how to, in my opinion, to try and save you guys some money. So if you guys could give a like and subscribe, I'll be putting more of this out. And if you have any questions or comments, or even stuff you'd like to see or preferences, comment that down below, and I will make sure to reply. So thank you for your time. Have a good day.